Hey people, D-Man here, and today I am talking about Rick and Morty Season 5. Okay, this is a little theory video I just came up with today because I was just thinking in my head and I thought about this and I was just like, oh my goodness, I need to make a video on that because that would be fucking crazy. Okay, so we all know since season 4 has ended, by the way, there's going to be spoilers if you haven't watched it yet, but season 4 has ended, and the last episode had Badass Beth, okay? It has normal Beth and Badass Beth, and one of them's a clone. We don't know which one's a clone. Maybe we'll find out in the future. Who knows? But now we have a new cast member in Badass Beth, okay? And Badass Beth is basically this intergalactic hero slash criminal because she's trying to stop the intergalactic empire, or she's trying to stop like the empire from taking over stuff, I guess. Kind of like Rick did, which is why he called her a ripoff of him. Which is kind of funny because it kind of is like Rick, and she has some new technology and such things. So we know that she's in the story now and that she will show up again. But will she be staying at their house and be like a regular part of season 5? We don't know that yet. I'm thinking probably not. She's probably going to be in a few episodes here and there, probably going on adventures with her kids, maybe sometimes with Rick. But definitely Summer and Morty, I can see her hanging out with them a little bit. And definitely Rick, maybe once or twice at least. I'm thinking they're going to have a few adventures together where maybe she needs his help or something like that. It's going to be very interesting. And maybe even one or two with Jerry, which leads me to my first theory. I think there's going to be a little bit of a conflict. So Beth and Badass Beth, normal Beth and Badass Beth, they already kind of had this almost sort of fight sort of thing where they were going to kill each other, or one was going to kill the other, I guess. But I'm thinking there might be a scene where Beth might try to kill Beth, or they might get into a giant argument about Jerry. Now, there's multiple ways where this can go down. Either Badass Beth is bad-mouthing Jerry to the point where normal Beth is just like, hey, fuck you, that's my husband sort of thing, just like she does to Rick, but this time to herself. And it's going to be probably solved by the end of the episode, and they're going to be like, okay, like, maybe I went a little bit too far sort of thing, because she'll probably make Jerry cry pretty much, and it would be like, oh, poor Jerry. It was like, oh man, that's probably some of the harshest things someone ever said to Jerry. Or we're gonna see Badass Beth, for some reason, a part of her thinking of the old days and accidentally kissing or even sleeping with Jerry, which then normal Beth might find out about, and she would be pissed, I think. I don't know how she would react to that. Like, she'd be like, okay, Jerry, we're back together, we're a couple, but you fucking cheated on me, but it was with me. And that'd be just like this crazy story. I hope they do that, because that'd be a crazy fucking story to see, where Badass Beth like makes one, I don't know, like a drunken mistake at night, I guess, or something like that, and fucks her old husband, and then normal Beth is like, the fuck, what the fuck? That'd be crazy. What if Jerry fucks Summer's friend? Now that would be borderline pedophilia and crazy. I don't think that would happen. I don't think Jerry's that kind of person. But we do know she wants to fuck her. She wants to fuck him. But it would be very interesting to see Jerry and her like hook up. That would be interesting. Or maybe she will hook up with a different Jerry. I said in my review that I think this Beth does not like Jerry at this point. She might like, again, there might be like a drunken moment where she does sleep with him. You could say like maybe Jerry wouldn't want that, or maybe she would like borderline rape him. I guess that would be something too. That'd be crazy. I'm just thinking this would be like a great plot line, and if they don't use it at least in one season, hopefully season five, I think they're missing out on a big plot line. But as I was saying, I think that Beth does not like this version of Jerry because he's too much of a like a needy little person. Pretty much, she's thinking she's just like, well, he's useless. He needs everything. He's Jerry. But I said that she'd probably like the Jerry from the Cronenberg world, where Jerry is all buff and shit, and he's just like, hey man, like I took charge, I took my family, fuck you guys, pretty much. I think she would like a Jerry like that, so maybe we'll meet a Jerry like that, or if not that Jerry in particular, and she might fall in love with that. That would be pretty interesting. Or maybe she'll find someone else, or maybe she'll never find anybody. I don't know. I'm just thinking there's so much opportunities to do stuff with this Beth, let alone having adventures with her kids, let alone having adventures with her dad, but also having adventures with herself and even Jerry. And it'd be crazy if there was like a plot line where it's like, oh, Jerry and her fucked or something like that. It's gonna be fucking crazy. It'd be fucking crazy. My second theory is, what if she meets evil Morty? That would be fucking nuts. I'm sure a lot of people have thought about this already, but I just want to give my 2 cents in there. But what if Beth meets evil fucking Morty? Badass Beth eats evil Morty, or even normal Beth. I had a theory before where I thought like maybe evil Morty will come and try to take over the family when Rick and Morty are gone. I had that before. You can go look for it on my channel. Just look up Rick and Morty on my channel, and you'll find it probably. It was a while ago. I think it was like 2 years ago from the last season. But what if she meets evil Morty? That would be fucking crazy. Like she'd walk into the Citadel, maybe Ricks would arrest her or something like that, and she'd be like, Morty, like questioning, and he'd be like, yes, mother. I'd be like, oh my fucking god. I'd be like, what the fuck? It'd be fucking crazy. But interesting to say the least. Sorry about that little cut there. But as I was saying, wouldn't it be awesome if evil Morty captured Beth? Be it good Beth, or be it normal Beth, or badass Beth. It would be freaking awesome. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, like, would the Council of Ricks actually, or not the Council, I guess, because they're all dead, but would Ricks actually allow him to capture her? Because we know that our personal Rick, at least at this point, does have emotions, to a certain extent, where he does love his family to a certain extent. Not that he really shows it, but he does love them to a certain extent. He does want to protect them to a certain extent. But at the same time, he has done messed up things, like leave most of his family in Cronenberg world and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's something. But we do know that Rick does have a certain extent of love towards his family, which begs the question, does that mean other Ricks do as well? So would they let evil Morty capture Beth? It's very interesting, to say the least. It's very interesting. Would they let evil Morty capture Beth? Evil Morty capture Beth, I should say. Now, I think they probably would, and here's why. Each of these Ricks, I should say, they have their own Beths, or maybe they're dead, who knows? But they have their own Beths, so they probably don't really give a shit about a Beth from a different dimension. Also, they've never really been shown to have much feelings towards things, unlike our Rick. But maybe that's just because we haven't seen them very often, and we do know they do have feelings, because in the Tales of the Citadel, or the Mixed Up Merman, whatever episode it was called, We do know that some of them have feelings. So we do know that some of them like feel wrong and bad about things. But do all of them? We don't know that. Probably not all of them, but some of them definitely do. And also, we could get a situation where evil Morty is controlling them like he did evil Rick, where he has technology in their brains and he's just controlling them straight up. Or maybe he found a way to brainwash them all. That would also be very interesting. Just brainwashing the Ricks and being like, hey, you guys are my slaves now, pretty much. So yeah, there's so much possibilities where he could actually capture her and not really like get in trouble from the Ricks, because you would think like maybe they would save their own daughter, but I don't think they would. I think there's probably something that they wouldn't do. But that would be fucking interesting as hell. And you might be asking, why would he do that? I think it'd probably be for leverage against our Rick, or against maybe our Morty. Who knows? But it would probably be for leverage against something. Or maybe he'd want her for technology because she does make technology. Or maybe he just wants a mom. I don't know. It's really up in the air. Now my last theory, this is just going to be like a bunch of theories put together, really. Just a bunch of theories that I just thought about. The first one's not actually mine, though. I have heard people saying that in this recent season, Rick has began to kind of become more of an asshole toward Morty, to be honest. But at the same time, he's began to realize that he's kind of a narcissistic asshole. And I've heard people saying, well, at least one person, I saw it on YouTube, I've heard them saying, like, what if this is going to lead up to like a redemption story? Kind of like BoJack. But what if it will lead up to like a redemption story where he's trying to get better and not be such a fucking prick, at least towards his daughter? We don't know about Morty yet. But that would be pretty interesting to see as well. Or what if he just straight up leaves because he thinks he's a bad influence, or he just doesn't want to handle it anymore? He just straight up leaves. That would also be interesting. And then that could lead into a story where like evil Morty comes and takes his family. That'd be awesome. Now the rest of them are my theories, or at least ones I thought about. I'm pretty sure other people probably thought of them before too. But we noticed that Morty is getting more and more disillusioned with Rick, and so is the whole family, to be honest. So let's talk about Morty first. So Morty's getting more and more disillusioned with Rick, and he's starting to get pissed off at him more and more. So does that mean Morty's going to start sticking up for himself more and more? And the more and more Rick fucks him over, the more and more he's going to get pissed off, to the point where he won't even talk to him or go out with him anymore? Or maybe to the point where he kind of goes evil and tries to kill him or something like that, because Morty's been known to do that shit. Especially in some situations. That'd be fucking crazy. But will Morty, just snap and just basically say fuck you to Rick and just kind of walk away, and it maybe even for good? Who knows? Same thing for Summer, I guess. You can tell that she's getting kind of jaded by her grandpa's antics as well. And I think one of the things that really proved that to her was when they left her on that planet. But that was also Morty, so she might be pissed off at him for that. So same thing with Summer. And same thing with Beth. She's getting sick and tired with her father's antics. We saw this last season. She was basically, for lack of a better word, sucking her daddy's dick, because she wanted his approval so badly. And then this season, she's been kind of separating herself from that. But at one point, she kind of did regress. But then she went back on. She was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to take my father's bullshit right now, because fuck him. Jerry's my husband that saved my life. So, is there going to be a point where Beth gets so fed up that she just kicks his ass to the curb? That would be interesting. And maybe at that point it would be called Beth and Morty, because badass Beth could come back and pick up Morty and go on adventures. Or maybe at that point it would be called Beth and Summer, because maybe Beth would want to go with Summer more. or maybe it'd be called Beth and Kids or Beth and Family. I don't know. It would just be interesting. But yeah, is Beth gonna get so fed up with Rick that she just basically kicks him out? And is he gonna have to come back to save them from something evil, like evil Morty? That would be freaking interesting. And yeah, that's about all. I guess there's probably a high likelihood that we're gonna see Phoenix person next episode, and Rick's gonna probably fix him and unbrainwash him to a certain extent. Or maybe next season after that. I shouldn't have said. Did I say next episode? I meant next season. Maybe like next season or the next season. Who knows? Sorry about that little cut. But last theory, or last little bunch of the theories, I guess. Rick has been showing Beth and Jerry that they aren't very good parents, which I have to agree with. So I'm wondering if next season and the seasons to come, they're gonna want to control their kids more, and want them to do more actual kid stuff. You know, like is Beth and Jerry gonna want to control their kids more, blocking Rick and Morty from going on adventures, pretty much. You know, because I think Beth might be like, okay, like you're right, I'm not the best mother. So maybe I should start buckling down, controlling my kids more, sort of thing, you know, or buckling down, helping my kids more. Just a thought, you know, like that could be an arc, I guess. Maybe Beth and mostly Beth probably, but maybe Beth and Jerry will want to help their kids more because they've been called bad parents for so long now. It'll be very interesting to see that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notification. Best way to keep my channel. Link down below to my Twitter. And remember, my friends, stay sane. Peace. Shadow, my baby, I love you so much. You're my baby. And you love to sleep in the bathtub. 'Cause you're a weirdo. Shadow, look. Look over here, buddy. Look over here.